Hello, my beautiful Aries, and welcome to the Tarot Forecast for this week of October 19th. Yes, Mars is still retrograde, which rules a lot of our fiery energy, and Mercury just went retrograde as well. I know everyone's always about Mercury retrograde, but it happens like 4 times a year, so we should be good, guys. Just cross your T's, dot your I's, and if you find yourself in any verbal altercations, my beautiful Aries, that's my moon sign, so you know what happens with or without Mercury retrograde. Try to see how this is offering you a new and healthier way to learn how to communicate, to learn to disengage from the ego and come from a higher perspective. Now, we did have that beautiful new moon in Libra last Friday. So really feeling that flow of beautiful energy. It kind of reminds me of when a dam is slowly being released. You know, Pluto has gone direct. So a lot of the energy is starting to move and flow forward. Now, this is for Aries sun, moon, or rising, the general reading. So please, guys, check all three. Not just your sun sign. The moon and the ascendant are by far very, very important as well. Sometimes, in my opinion, more important. If you're not sure what yours is, there is a free astro calculator down below. Okay, Aries, let's jump into it. Let's see what this week holds for you and what guidance we're receiving for us. I'm just going to take a second to ground out and tap in. Aries, yes, this is a good week. It's good for us. You know, it's kind of, we have a lot of this energy going on. We have that Knight of Wands, that Queen of Coins, the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, 6 of Wands, Queen of Wands. We're ruled by the Wands, this fiery sign. Now, right out the gate, that Knight of Wands, you're going to notice that you're going to have a lot more energy, especially around the home, Aries. The Knight of Wands is an energy that's really passionate and confident, energetic, and kind of like us. We act first, think second, but really enthusiastic. You're going to have a lot more passion for your projects. You know instinctively what to do. And because you have the Queen of Coins on here, this is really about your finances, your home. For those Aries who are moving or buying a home, could possibly be redecorating, cleaning. I always think of my best friend. She's a double Aries, and oh my gosh, hilarious. But the Queen of Coins, she's very practical and smart with her money, but you're going to have a passion for this week. Maybe you're building something, growing. Maybe you're investing in some real estate or investing in something that helps build a foundation and stability for your life. That can even be working from home, creative projects in the home areas. You're just going to feel this joy and energy towards it. And I know you know, with Mars going retrograde, the energy is kind of slumped, but you're going to feel a pick-me-up of this. Now we have the 10 of Cups, which is all about harmony and love and relationships in the home, in your families. It's very much that partner, 2.5 kids, white picket fence card, but it's about this joyous time in your relationships. Aries, I think you're going to be in this really happy emotional state, like just filled. Your cup's going to be overflowing, and as a result, you have energy. Naturally, Aries have a ton of energy. We have to be quite physical. It doesn't have to be traditional physical, but in the yard, in the garden, building stuff, running around, you know, go, go, go. That's just our energy. Because you're so emotionally happy, you're just going to have this gusto for all these projects and creativity. And I think this is wonderful, Aries. Now, you do have the 7 of Swords. So somewhere in the middle of the week, this is more, it's not a bad thing, the 7 of Swords. It's kind of learning how to do things in a new way. If you notice, let's say whatever projects you're working on this week with all this energy, it's like you keep hitting your head on something and something's not like quite working or fitting. This is not a time to break something or get frustrated, you know. I'm thinking about myself. This is about a time to step back and think, okay, there's more than one way to do something. There's more than one way to accomplish something. This has no bearing on your intelligence or your capability, Aries. The universe is saying, ask other people. The 7 of Swords is finding a different route, a different approach that you couldn't quite see. Do you ever have that when you're working on a project so closely, you're too close? And so they're saying, hey, work with other people, because they might look at it and be like, oh, dude, did you notice this? And you're like, oh my God, you know, I've been looking over here all day, that my mind, you know, I didn't even notice this right here. Something along those lines. It's wonderful because It allows you to kind of revamp. The Seven of Swords is about revisions, revising, and we are in Mercury retrograde and Mars retrograde. And what are retrogrades? Anything with a rewind, revise, reevaluate, restructure, redo, anything with a re. So it's bound to happen, right? So you might have to go back to the drawing board a little bit, and don't let that raise your hackles up. Think of it as an opportunity to learn a new tool, to figure out, to learn a new way of doing things, approaching things, trying things out. Keep that creativity going. It doesn't have to be just this way, So don't work alone on this. I know sometimes we're working on our projects and people want to put in their 2 cents. You're like, I got it. I know how we are, Aries. But maybe you don't. And it might be good to have more than one set of eyes, because the solution to this little kink is not going to come from you. It's going to come from somebody else. So stay a little open to that. We have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is, my God, 9 and 10 of Cups. This is dreams coming true. You're just going to see this incredible emotional unfoldment, especially you Aries moons, hey, out there. You're really going to feel this. This is about a really incredible, joyful time in your life. And it's not just because of luck and just whatever. It's because you worked so hard to release the past, to let go, to overcome old patterns and cycles. You've earned this, Aries, and it's wonderful. We have the Six of Wands on top of everything else. And this is about, it's a congratulations. It's a success in your projects. You have the Knight of Wands. So you're going after all these projects and working on things, and it can be at your work. And the Six of Wands is promotions. New titles, new jobs. It's a clap on your back. Everybody's recognizing your success. It's when we accomplish one thing and then we accomplish the next thing. So the Six of Wands is about on to the next project, on to the next, goal, on to the next amazing challenge. It's going to help me grow and expand. And this is wonderful because this is about moving on and growing creatively. This is a badass week and this is a good week, Aries. And then we finish with the Queen of Wands, of all of them, right? I love the Queen of Wands. And don't look at gender here. No, whatever you identify with, the Queen of Wands is confident and fiery and passionate and sexual and independent. But more importantly, she's brilliant. And when you have the Queen of Wands, you can go after anything you want right now, Aries, and you will manifest it. You will manifest it. She's a master manifester because she knows it doesn't take stress, and she knows it doesn't take trial. Like, you have to climb up this mountain, I have to bust my ass. No, she knows that all it takes is alignment with your spirit and to walk, to take action while in alignment, and then things just fall before her feet. And I love it. You'll attract the right people, the right circumstances. This is really a time to go after that passionate things and one thing after the other, Aries. This is going to be one of those badass weeks where you're constantly high-fiving, yes, and you're so happy and fulfilled. Enjoy it, Aries. Enjoy it, revel in it, love it. Use this incredible energy to create so much blessing and so much output. And I'm not talking about in terms of like just work. It's in terms of creation, in terms of your energy, showing all the things that your energy creates. I'm not sure about any other areas out there, but sometimes when I get a boost of energy, the entire house is cleaned. I've created a garden. I finished 3 chapters of a book. Like I've done 10 million things. We're like, whoa. But you know what? Those times come and go. So use this time wisely, Aries. It's a incredible week. If you like a more in-depth tarot session, a soul reading, a healing session, my links are down below. Otherwise, have a beautiful week, guys, and I will see you next week for next week's readings.